Hello, my dear friends. I'm happy to welcome you at our English studio. And from today, we're launching a new project on the English lesson studying. Are you ready? Are you with me? That's great, because here you will find out the interactive methods and absolutely new innovative approach to the English language studying. And are you ready to learn English? That's fine, that's perfect, because I'm ready to teach you. My name is Asel, and you, with me, will study the dialects, the new everyday situations, and also you will just learn new words and grammar on the English language. Let's have a nice journey. Hello, my dear friends. Now we're studying our English lesson, and I'm happy to welcome you in the English studio. And now we're planning to talk about nature. And nature in Kazakhstan. What do you know about this theme? What can you tell me? Because nature is flora and fauna outside the room, outside the building. What do you know about nature in Kazakhstan? So that's okay, that's good. So you can tell me that nature in Kazakhstan can be divided into flora and fauna. And in flora you can find what? Good, that's right. So in flora you can find out trees, green grasses, and so on. And in fauna. Good. We can find out the animals and also the birds and also fishes. What do you know about fishes which live in Kazakhstan? That's good, that's right. And can you tell me, do we have sharks in Kazakhstan? No, of course not, because sharks live outside Kazakhstan, outside borders of Kazakhstan. Can you name me the fishes in Kazakhstan? Look at the pictures and you can find out what kind of fishes live in Kazakhstani lakes and rivers. Good, that will be your next home task, and you will have to find out the other fishes in Kazakhstan. And you will have to do the dialogue with using the titles of the fishes. Good. I've mentioned lakes and rivers. So, what lakes and rivers do we know in Kazakhstan? Yes, right. We know that we have the river Irtysh. Yes, so? Right. Okay. What other rivers do you know? Because we have lots of them in Kazakhstan. Good. And some rivers are from your region, from the place you live, because we have small and big rivers. Absolutely correct. And also we have lakes. How many lakes do we have? Are you from the region where we have the Aral Lake? Okay, that's good. We will talk about Aral Lake later because it's a very important problem. Okay, next continue. So, what do we have for seas? Do we have any sea in Kazakhstan? Have a look at the pictures and you will find the map of Kazakhstan and the other seas which we have in here, in our motherland. One of the most biggest sea, we have what? Which one? Right, we have the Caspian Sea in the west of Kazakhstan. So good, that's great. And what types of mountains do we have? Do we have mountain range? Yes, great. We have one of the biggest mountain ranges in the east of Kazakhstan. And also we have mountains in Almaty and in the south of Kazakhstan. Right. That's good. And also we have many trees and forests around Kazakhstan, but the most nature, flora, and the most nature and flora in Kazakhstan is flat. We have a big steppe and we have a vast territory in Kazakhstan. You can just drive a car for days and days and you will find no other places around the steppe because it's flat. Good, that's okay. And what can you tell about the weather in Kazakhstan? What types of weather do we have? What can you tell me about the weather in Kazakhstan? Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? Is it cold? Or probably it's hot? Okay. And what types of winter do we have? Is it snowy? Or probably it's foggy? So, well, it depends on the region of Kazakhstan, you're right. Absolutely correct. And we can say that it can be sunny, it can be rainy, it can be snowy or cloudy, and also it can be hot or cold. It depends where you are and where you live in Kazakhstan. So now it's your time to use the words which you can see here and also just to do the dialogue, please. Make up a dialogue. I'm asking you, you're answering me. Okay? That's great. What region are you from? Good. Okay. Do you have mountains there? Good. And do you have any trees there? That's fine. I'm happy that you have. Or you don't have any. Or probably you have some water there. Lakes, rivers, or seas. Yes, that's perfectly fine. That's great. And what is the weather like in your region of Kazakhstan? Good, that's great. I know, for example, that in Astana, it's a really continental climate and it's cold in winter and moderately hot in summer. Now, please, have a look at the words and have a look at the map of Kazakhstan and what you can see. Yes, parts of Kazakhstan. What kind of parts do we have? Right, we have west, east, south and north. Also we have central part. Good, that's great. And now, tell me please, have you got any ecological problems in your region? That's good. Thank you for your answer. Thank you. Because what I want to tell that I'm from the east of Kazakhstan and we do have there some ecological problems. For example, many years ago in 1950s, the testing started. The nuclear testing started in that time. And from the period from 1950 until 1991, there were more than 470 bombing and testing. And you know that there was a polygon that was in Kurchatov, and many people and animal and also flora and fauna were polluted with a nuclear weapon. And what I want to tell that this is a big problem still in the west of Kazakhstan, because everything were polluted, the soil, the earth, the grass, the trees, mountains, and even the air. So we can say that air and land were polluted. And still now, we have the consequences of that testing. Because the other problem which we have in the west of Kazakhstan is the pine trees. And the pine trees, this is a great and big trees which we have in Kazakhstan, and it's really, really unique because such kind of pine trees we have only in Kazakhstan and the United States of America. And it's a kind of range of the pine trees, and for now we have most of them burned. And this is one more problem because you know that and this one of the biggest problem for West Kazakhstan, especially for Semey, because there are lots of sand, and without such kind of trees, sandy weather. And without such kind of trees, sandy wind starts, and it spoils the air. What kind of problems do you have in your country? What kind of problems do you have in your region of Kazakhstan? Can you share that with me? Think please about that. You have 3 minutes to think and answer. Thank you so much for sharing. And I want to add that in the West Kazakhstan, we have Aral Sea, and this is an ecological problem. This is a big ecological problem for that region, because you know that Aral Sea is one of the biggest lakes, the 4th biggest lake in the world, and now it's dying. Because many things are happening and many fishermen are now without any job. And this becomes not only ecological problem, but also social one. And you know that sandy winds and salty winds are starting because air and land now polluted. And this impacts on the citizens who live in the West Kazakhstan. I think that we need to start thinking about this. Also, probably you share that with me, but I want to add that in central Kazakhstan, we have Karaganda and Pavlodar cities, and they are really big cities for industry. We have lots of fabrics and plants there in those cities. And the biggest industrial problem is the land and air pollution, and also the water pollution, because they have industrial wastes. And also the sewage, which are spoiled in the river Tish, for example, are polluting the nearby trees and also the villages. So, okay. Now, I want you to tell me more about your ecological problems. Or probably if you don't have any problems, please think about the problems which we have in the world. We are lack of the water, we are lack of resources. Some of the countries are lack of what? Of medical aid. Absolutely correct. Think about Africa if you don't know what to say about Kazakhstan or probably region in Kazakhstan. That's good. Please, now listen to me and then repeat. Ecological, pollution, dying sea, okay, disastrous, nuclear, testing, polygon, water pollution, air pollution, salt, chemical, wastes, sewages, social problem, shrinkage, acid gas, destroy. Okay, thank you for repeating. I hope your pronunciation is going better and better. That's good. Now we are doing the next exercise. And the exercise is just to take out your pen and also your sheets of paper. We are planning to write the quiz on the words you've listened. So ready? Because I'm ready, and I'm ready to start telling you the words. Good, okay? Let's start. Ecological, disaster, shrinkage, social problem, pollution, disastrous, factory, destroy, sewages, chemicals, nuclear, testing, salt, wastes. Okay, now I see that you're ready and you've finished. Please look at the pictures and check your words. That's good. Thank you so much. Now, please do the exercise which I have given you at the beginning of the lesson. And you will do that at home. That's good. And for the next lesson, be ready, plus. Now, thank you so much. You are a really good student.
My dear students, we continue our lesson. Now, please listen to the text about the nature, and then you will write the dictation. So your first task is to listen. For the second time, when I read, you will be writing the dictation. And for the third time, you will just check. Now, please be ready to listen the text. Text about nature. Environmental protection is one of the most urgent problems in the life of the whole mankind. Civilization brings about a great ecological damage. Life of people turned out to be the struggle for survival in the polluted environment. The worldwide measures must be taken to alert in the danger of ecological catastrophe. All the vital natural resources such as air, water, and soil are being polluted daily by the harmful substances released into the atmosphere by industries. The air necessary for breathing is filled with the exhaust fume, soot, and dirt. Preservation of forest is absolutely necessary for purity of air. Look at the busiest city streets in the rush hours. Frequent traffic jams, noise of thousand cars, harmfully affects to the citizens of big cities. Humanity can do without transport, so one must invent ecologically clean fuel and noiseless engines. The threat of water pollution is no less dangerous. The amount of waste into the water must be reduced. In the polluted water, fish dies first, people die next. People are obliged to protect nature. Protection of nature shouldn't be a temporal campaign, but a number of effective purifying systems for cleaning harmful substances. Now, please, you will be listening it for the second time and writing it down. Please be ready with your sheets of papers and your pens. Listen to me and write it down. Environmental protection is one of the most urgent problems in the life of the whole mankind. Environmental protection is one of the most urgent problems in the life of the whole mankind. Civilization brings about a great ecological damage. Civilization brings about a great ecological damage. Life of people turned out to be the struggle for survival in the polluted environment. Life of people turned out to be the struggle for survival in the polluted environment. The worldwide measures must be taken to avert the danger of ecological catastrophe. The worldwide measures must be taken to avert the danger of ecological catastrophe. All the vital natural resources such as air, water, and soil are being polluted daily by the harmful substances released into the atmosphere by industries. All the vital natural resources such as air, water, and soil are being polluted daily by the harmful substances released into the atmosphere by industries. The air necessary for breathing is filled with smoke, the exhaust, fume, soot, and dirt. The air necessary for breathing is filled with smoke, the exhaust fumes, soot, and dirt. Preservation of forests is absolutely necessary for purity of air. Preservation of forest is absolutely necessary for purity of air. Look at the busiest city streets in the rush hours. Look at the busiest city streets in the rush hours. Frequent traffic jams. Noise of thousands cars harmfully affects the citizens of big cities. Frequent traffic jams, noise of thousand cars harmfully affects the citizens of big cities. Humanity can't do without transport. So one must invent ecologically clean fuel and noiseless engines. Humanity can do without transport, so one must invent ecologically clean fuel and noiseless engines. The threat of water pollution is no less dangerous. The threat of water pollution is no less dangerous. The amount of waste into the water must be reduced. The amount of waste into the water must be reduced. In the polluted water, fish dies first. People may die next. In the polluted water, fish dies first. People may die next. People are obliged to protect nature. People are obliged to protect nature. Protection of nature shouldn't be a temporal campaign, but a number of effective purifying systems for cleaning harmful substances. Protection of nature shouldn't be a temporal campaign, but a number of effective purifying systems for cleaning harmful substances. Now please look at the pictures and check your writing.